Hello, and welcome, dear listener, to another gentle journey into the night. Tonight, we invite you to unwind with tales of a tranquil drift through the Cloudberry Bog, the soothing whisper of pines in Celadon Grove, an evening's peace in Amethyst Cove, and a serene journey through the Saffron Hills. Find your comfort, let go of the day's cares, and allow these whispers of serenity to guide you into a restful sleep. Sweet dreams. In a faraway land, tucked into a forgotten corner of the world, there lies a hidden wonder known only to the gentle breezes and the chirping birds that dwell there. This is the Cloudberry Bog, an expanse of soft, spongy earth, cradling clusters of bright golden cloudberries, glistening like little suns against the emerald backdrop of moss and lichen. The bog sits serenely, caressed by the arms of tall, whispering pine trees whose needles sway gently, murmuring tales of the forest. Light filters through the canopy, dappling the bog in patches of warm, honeyed sunlight that dance upon the waters. A small brook meanders through, its surface like liquid glass, reflecting the sky's pale blues and soft wisps of white clouds. The brook's gentle song accompanies the flutter of dragonfly wings skimming the surface, their iridescent bodies sparkling with teal and sapphire hues. You find yourself wandering along a narrow path of woven grasses, soft and cool beneath your feet. The air is rich with the sweet scent of peat and a hint of fresh rain, which lingers from a shower that has long since passed. The ground, sponge-like and resilient, yields slightly with each step, springing back with a soft, reassuring promise of constant renewal. The peace here is all-encompassing, wrapping around your senses like a thick, comforting blanket. It is a place where time is gentle and the world seems to breathe slower, inviting you to do the same. Birds flit from tree to tree, their calls softly echoing through the crisp air. You pause beneath a willow tree, its branches sweeping low and graceful, adorned with leaves that whisper like silk against the gentle breeze. Listening closely, you can hear the soft hum of bees diligently tending to the pale pink blossoms that dot the landscape. Each flower offers up its nectar like a precious jewel, welcoming the bees and the occasional butterfly that drifts by, painted with the delicate colors of dusk and dawn.
The cloudberries themselves are scattered in small clusters, their warmth from the sun inviting as you pluck one between your fingers. Its skin is firm yet yielding, and as you bite into its golden flesh, a burst of tart sweetness dances on your tongue, mingling with the earthiness of the air. These berries, both a gift and a secret of the bog, seem to capture the essence of their surroundings, the simplicity, the purity, and the understated elegance. Continuing your gentle stroll, you reach a small wooden footbridge arching gracefully over the brook. Leaning on the smooth, worn railing, you gaze into the clear waters, watching as miniature fish dart beneath the surface, their scales shimmering like polished silver with each twist and turn. The water babbles contentedly, weaving a tale of nature in its perpetual dance around the stones and roots that dare to interrupt its flow. Nearby, a wind lifts through the reeds, whispering softly as it carries with it a symphony of subtle sounds. The rustling leaves, a distant woodpecker's tapping, the gentle plinking of water droplets falling from a fern's leaf. It is a music of such tranquility. It fills you from within, overflowing into your thoughts, radiating peace. You continue to wander, losing yourself in the pattern of your steps, the gentle lilt of the breeze, and the unending rhythm of this tranquil place. The sun, ever so gradually, begins its descent, casting an amber glow across the bog, tinting it with hues of orange and pink. Shadows grow long, reaching out like fingers stretching toward the horizon, and you feel as if you are walking through a painting come to life. In the waning light, the Cloudberry Bog becomes a different kind of magic. Here and there, the fireflies begin their slow, deliberate flight, leaving trails of soft, golden light in their wake. As dusk drapes its gentle curtain over the land, the stars emerge, dotting the sky in a billion tiny pinpricks of light, each one a distant world, a quiet whisper of eternity. Finding a soft patch of moss, you settle down with a contented sigh. The moss is cool against your skin, like resting on a bed of velvet, as it cushions and supports you with grace. The sky deepens above, transitioning from its fiery sunset clothes to a darker, richer blue, dotted with the twinkling promise of starlight. You watch as the moon, full and luminous, rises above the treetops, bathing the bog in its serene glow. The moonlight transforms the land, painting it anew with silver brushes, casting long shadows where there was none, and illuminating the mist that begins to gather. It is ethereal, almost otherworldly, the mist, as it curls and snakes its way through the air, a breath of the night mingling with the earth.
You give in to the heaviness of your eyelids, the soft symphony of the bog, now a lullaby coaxing you toward utter rest. In this sacred space between wakefulness and dreams, you hear the sounds of the world, the gentle rustle of animals preparing for sleep, the quiet splash of water as an unseen creature slips beneath the brook, the echoing call of a night bird winging its way to the treetops. Time ebbs and flows here without the burden of hours or the constraints of minutes. The bog holds you in its timeless embrace, shielded and safe beneath an infinite canopy of stars. In this tranquil cocoon, dreams come softly on the wings of the night. You drift through visions as gentle as the landscape around you, where the possible and the impossible dance together in harmony. It is a place of beauty, of endless calm, where your very soul is free to unfurl as a fern might, unfettered and serene. The bog at night is alive with its own subtle vibrancy, a world in repose yet filled with potential. It invites you to linger as long as you like, to find peace within its boundaries before you too find your rest, knowing that this place, with its gentle wonders and unhurried rhythms, will always be here, waiting for you to return again whenever you need its quiet, enduring presence. And as you settle back into the soft moss, your body yielding to the gentle urges of sleep, you carry with you the gifts of this enchanted place, like the cloudberries, sweet and pure. The peace you find here nurtures you, carrying whispers of tranquility into the depths of your dreams, a promise of renewal and gentle breaths until morning's light beckons once more. Your thoughts begin to drift like the gentle wind that courses through the branches above, Though your eyes flutter closed, you can still sense the bog's quiet beauty. The warmth of the day's last lingering sunbeams mingles with the cool caress of evening air, creating a perfect balance that surrounds you like a tender embrace. As sleep begins to claim you, you hear the distant hoot of an owl, a solitary sentinel surveying its nighttime kingdom. Its call echoes softly, rolling through the night air with a resonant hush, as if time itself pauses to listen. Somewhere further away, a family of deer gently tread the path you walked earlier, their presence stealthy and serene, mere shadows gliding between the tree trunks. Lying in this enchanting wilderness, you feel a deep connection to the earth beneath and the sky above. The soft vibration of the earth seems to pulse through you in rhythm with your heartbeat, joining you to the ancient song of nature, simultaneously wild and nurturing. A light breeze carries with it the scent of wood smoke from a distant hearth, melding with the perfume of pine and the subtle sweetness of blooming heather. The fragrance weaves a tapestry of comfort, a stitch from home wrapped in a cloak spun by the forest. It conjures memories of stories shared by a fireside, of laughter mingling with the crackle of burning logs, effortlessly blending the familiar with the foreign. As you slip further into the realm of dreams, images unfurl in your mind like pages of a well-loved book. You wander through scenes painted in soft pastels, fields of unfurling ferns and hidden glades where unicorns and mythical creatures might linger just out of sight. A river of stars flows above you, a celestial stream glistening with secrets only the night knows. In these liquid dreams, the boundaries blur between yourself and the world you inhabit. You are part of the brook's gentle laughter, the whispering pines, the crisp, cool air that fills your lungs. The Cloudberry Bog evolves into a realm not just of rest, but of wonder, free from expectations, brimming with gentle adventures that tickle your imagination. Your spirit meanders on a lazy journey through this dreamscape where colors are more vivid
and the laughter of unseen friends accompanies you like a chorus. Ethereal lanterns hang in the branches of trees, casting glows of amber and sapphire. In this land of possibilities, you dance with friendly spirits, your feet as light as when you first padded over the bog's woven paths. The moon, your silent guardian, watches over this dream realm, its silvery light bestowing a gentle glow on everything it touches. The shadows shift with a magic all their own, painting pictures on the earth that shift and transform with every breath of wind. And when you finally awaken with the first hint of dawn peeking over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, the world feels anew. Clarity descends upon your thoughts like the first rays of morning sun, each one promising hope and new beginnings.
The night's enchantment lingers in the air, a soft reminder that the beauty of dreams can flow gently into the day. Before departing, you linger to watch the morning's dew shimmer like tiny diamonds upon the moss and leaves, nature's gift to the dawn. The air is crisp with morning promise, and as the warmth of the sun reaches its arms into the secret places of the forest, they promise another day filled with the quiet magic of the world around you. The Cloudberry Bog, with all its wonder and gentle mysteries, leaves its mark on your soul, a place to return to whenever you need solace or just a moment to breathe. Its gifts are in the memories it imparts, allowing you to carry its peace wherever your journey takes you. With one last look and a deep breath that seems to capture all of the forest's serenity, you step back onto the path that leads you away, yet promises a return. Here, time waits with enduring patience, held within the embrace of ancient trees and glistening waters, forever a part of you, always here whenever you seek.
No need to hold on to anything, just drift along as we begin once more.
As the last tendrils of sunlight dipped below the horizon, the scent of pine began to weave its way through the crisp evening air of Celadon Grove. This secluded nook of the world, long forgotten by the buzzing pace of modern life, was a sanctuary of serene beauty, cloaked in emerald pines that whispered gently with every passing breeze. Nestled at the heart of this grove was a small, inviting cabin with moss-covered shingles and windows that glimmered softly like jewels in the fading light. The cabin's wooden exterior, aged by years of weather and warmth, seemed to breathe with the life of the forest itself, its timbers infused with the honeyed fragrance of the trees that surrounded it. Inside, the cabin exuded a warmth that matched the vibrancy of the woodland. The crackle of a log fire softly filled the room, its orange glow casting gentle shadows that danced across the wooden walls, playing hide and seek with the array of crocheted blankets draped over a plush, old armchair. Nearby, a sturdy oak table, its surface smooth and inviting from years of use, held a teapot steaming with a fragrant herbal blend. The tea's aromatic steam mingled with the earthy scent of the forest, creating an ambiance that was both soothing and invigorating, inviting you to partake in its quiet tranquility. Outside the cabin, the pine forest stretched far and wide, a sea of towering trees whose tops seemed to kiss the skies. The pines sang softly, a continuous murmur that resonated with the gentle brushing of needles, each sound a whisper of nature's lullaby. Here and there, shafts of moonlight pierced the canopy, casting ethereal beams that transformed the grove into a realm of silvery enchantment. Walking along the tapestry of pine needles that cushioned the forest floor, your footsteps were barely a whisper amidst the symphony of natural sounds. The path ahead beckoned, its gentle curve leading deeper into the heart of the grove, where nature's secrets lay waiting to unfold under the star-strewn sky. As you ventured further, the air became cooler, tinged with a hint of freshness that bore the promise of a tranquil night. The soft rustle of leaves accompanied your every step, blending seamlessly with the distant hoot of an owl preparing for its nightly vigil. In a sun-dappled clearing, untouched by human hands, a cluster of moss-covered stones formed a natural seat, inviting you to rest and absorb the surroundings. The stones still held the day's warmth, offering a gentle comfort as you settled down, letting the serenity of the woodland night envelop you. Overhead, the stars began to shimmer into view, each one a tiny beacon in the vastness of the deepening sky. Their light reflected off the surface of a small, hidden pond nearby, turning it into a mirror dotted with celestial fireflies. The soft rippling of the water echoed the graceful movement of dragonflies, who skimmed the surface, their wings catching the moonlight in flashes of silvery blue. A gentle breeze wove through the branches, rustling the pine needles above in a song of its own. It carried the faintest hint of lavender from wildflowers that bordered the nearby meadows, their scent blending with the pine's aroma in a symphony of natural perfumes. The grove was alive with subtle sounds, the gentle croak of frogs, the cricket's rhythmic chirr, and the occasional distant call of a nightingale, all weaving together a tapestry of nocturnal harmony that lulled the soul into a restful state. Slowly, the night hushed around you, each sound softening until the world seemed to hold its breath in anticipation. The moon, a silent guardian, rose higher, casting its tranquil glow over the grove. Its light revealed the dew-kissed petals of the flowers that glittered like tiny stars amidst the underbrush. In this peaceful setting, time seemed to stretch out, the minutes flowing like a gentle stream meandering through a sunlit vale. The cabin's warm glow soon became a beacon of comfort as the evening settled, a Celadon beacon drawing you back with its promise of coziness and warmth. Upon returning to the cabin, the soft glow of candlelight flickered from the windows, welcoming you back into its embrace. The fire still crackled gently, its warmth reaching out to chase away the coolness of the night. Inside, a collection of soft pillows and hand-woven quilts awaited your return, providing the perfect nest to sink into. With a soft sigh, you settled into the armchair by the fire, the quilt wrapped snugly around your shoulders. The hypnotic dance of the flames on the hearth became the gateway to dreams as you gazed into them, your mind drifting as gently as the smoke rising from the embers. In this sanctuary, beneath the whispering pines, with the quiet hum of the grove all around, the worries of the world seemed to vanish like mist in the morning sun. Sleep beckoned softly, and gradually the gentle embrace of dreams took hold. As you slumbered, the grove continued its gentle vigil, the stars watching over like old friends. And in your dreams, perhaps you wandered once more among the pines, where every breath was a lullaby, and every sigh was a wish upon the tranquil breeze. A soft rustling beside the window drew you from the tendrils of sleep, though your body remained cocooned in the warmth of quilts. Peeking curiously through heavy eyelids, you glimpsed a doe and her fawn, serenely browsing along the edge of the grove. Their presence was a quiet assurance of nature's watchful eyes, always present yet unintrusive, bestowing a sense of continuity and peace. In the stillness of the cabin, you could hear the comforting rhythm of raindrops beginning to patter against the roof, gentle taps and trickles that drummed softly, soothing like a lullaby sung by the sky itself. The rain's embrace was delicate and nurturing, wrapping the earth in its sound as if tucking it in for the night. The cool, fresh scent of rain mingled with the aroma of pine and damp earth, filling the cabin and creating an intoxicating blend that encouraged deeper breaths and tranquil thoughts. The gentle percussion of the rain seemed to harmonize perfectly with the crackle of the hearth, playing a melody both ancient and familiar. Gazing through the window, the world outside glistened in silvery shades, every leaf and blade of grass adorned with droplets that shone like precious gems. The pond was alight with the dance of raindrops, each creating rings that spread and merged, painting an intricate pattern upon the water's surface. You closed your eyes once more, feeling the night enfold you as the aromas and sounds of the grove filled your senses. Sleep, gentle and deep, welcomed you back like the softest of whispers, guiding you to a place where dreams and reality blended seamlessly. In the realm of dreams, the forest paths stretched endlessly, with every corner revealing new wonders. Glimmering fireflies painted streaks of light across a twilight canvas, leading you down a path bordered by softly glowing mushrooms, their lantern-like caps mesmerizing in their luminescence. At the edge of a mystical glen, a cascading waterfall murmured a siren song, its water gleaming beneath moonbeams. The songbirds of your imagination, creatures born of starlight and shadow, joined in with ethereal notes that danced around the cascade's melody. Their voices were the whispers of forgotten legends, stories told and retold by the
stream, fed by the waterfall, its stones smooth underfoot, warm like a gentle embrace. You crossed slowly, each step echoing through the dreamscape, leading you to a meadow aglow with wildflowers. Here, the grass was velvet underfoot, and the flowers swayed gently despite the lack of wind, a nodding sea of colors under an endless canvas of stars. The night's magic wove itself around you anew as you visited each corner of your dream, bringing forth the reflected whisper of the grove around you. The sound of the distant rain began to blend with the music of dreamland, creating an orchestra of gentle sound that invited rest deeper, inviting sleep like a long-lost friend. When morning's first light hesitantly crept over the horizon, the rain had ceased, leaving the world renewed and brilliant in the dawn's soft embrace. The mist hovered low over the grove, caressing the ground with its ghostly touch, dissolving as the sun rose higher, painting the world in hues of soft gold and gentle pink. You awoke slowly, the remnants of dreams slipping back to the corners of your mind like leaves carried away by a stream. The cabin echoed its gentle chorus, the dying embers of the fire, the soft rustle of the wind, and the distant call of morning birds announcing the new day. Outside, the world was drenched in the clarity of a rain-cleansed morning. Each pine tree stood as if having gathered night's secrets, now whispered to the earth through droplets that hung trembling on needle tips. The leaves of the forest floor glistened anew, their green palettes fresh and inviting. In the cabin, morning unfolded quietly, tenderly. You brewed a fresh pot of fragrant tea, its essence wrapping you in warmth that mirrored the grove's embrace. With a cup in hand, you stood at the threshold, the door open to the new day, watching the sunlight tiptoe through the woods, weaving patterns of light and shadow that flickered and danced in the morning air.
Behind you, the cabin waited, promising the coziness of its embrace whenever you needed. And ahead, the forest paths wound onward, ready to unveil the mysteries of another day. Whether in wakefulness or dream, Celadon Grove, with its timeless allure, promised to be a sanctuary, a place where the soul could rest, dream and become one with the rhythms of the earth.
Breathe in slowly and breathe out. Our next story begins now.
In a quiet, hidden corner of the world where few travelers ventured, lay the Amethyst Cove, softly cradled between gentle rolling hills and the endless whisper of the sea. This tranquil enclave was named for its remarkable evening glow, as twilight unfurled its deep amethyst coat across the cliffs and sandy beaches, painting the world in hues of purple and lavender. The day in Amethyst Cove began with the soft caress of the dawn's first light, filtering through a canopy of lush palm trees that lined the coast. These ancient sentinels stood tall and serene, their fronds swaying gently in the morning breeze, whispering secrets gathered from the winds over generations. Beneath the palms, a narrow path of silver sand wound its way along the shoreline, where the sea kissed the land with infinite tenderness. Here, the waves rolled in with a musical lilt, a symphony of soft sighs and murmurs that filled the air with a gentle rhythm, a song composed entirely of the cove's eternal peace. The sun climbed higher, bathing the quiet cove in a golden light. Each grain of sand sparkled like small jewels, becoming part of the cove's precious tapestry. Seashells, bleached over years by salt and sun, lined the shore, treasures waiting for no particular finder, perfectly content in their natural beauty. As the morning unfolded leisurely, the sky, an endless expanse of soft blue, welcomed the laughter of seabirds, terns and gulls thrown forth into the breeze. Their calls were echoed back from the cliffs, creating a lazy, harmonious dialogue that only enhanced the cove's serene charm. The birds swooped low over the water, arrows poised to pluck small fish from the crystalline depths, their flight smooth and graceful, a ballet performed under the approving eye of the sun. Deeper within the cove, a small wooden dock protruded lazily into the gentle embrace of the sea. Weathered by countless tides and touched by time, it leaned slightly to one side as if trying to catch a glimpse of its own reflection in the shimmering water below. Old rowboats, tethered by weather-beaten ropes, bobbed softly at its side, their presence a reminder of simpler days when young islanders would set
its walls a tapestry of ivy and climbing roses, their petals blushed deep crimson, brilliant against the cottage's time-worn stone. A chimney puffed amiably, releasing curls of smoke that rose to mingle with the cumulus clouds, heralding the presence of a cozy hearth within. Inside the cottage, the air was rich with the scent of lavender and beeswax, a fragrance that clung to every piece of the well-loved wood furniture. Curtains swayed at the window, caught in the draught from the sea, and the echoes of a distant past seemed to linger in every corner. The afternoon was ushered in with a gentle sigh, as if the cove itself decided to recline further into its hushed solace. The light softened, casting the world in warm golden tones, and a gentle breeze stirred, carrying the faint aroma of salt and wildflowers from the meadows beyond the hills. In the heart of this idyllic scene, the quiet meander of a small brook danced its way from the cliffs, its course defined by gentle bubbles and delicate ripples. It wound around rocks that were smooth as silk, past flowering shrubs whose blossoms reached over to sip from its crystal-clear bounty. The brook sang a little tune of its own, like chimes made of glass, catching light and sound in its playful embrace. As evening approached, the stroke of an artist's palette seemed to linger over the sky. Lavender deepened to indigo, rose to violet, casting luminosity over the cliffs and waters below. The cove transformed into a living jewel, a place where time took a moment to pause, allowing the world to catch its breath. The gentle hush of dusk brought with it a tide of seagrass-scented air, refreshing and cool against the skin, teasing the edges of the night with promises of another serene day to follow. It was at this sublime hour that the Amethyst Cove truly came alive, blanketing itself in tranquility, as though whispering an ancient lullaby to the world. Fireflies danced amongst the garden of the cottage, their tiny lights flickering in a soft, mystical glow. It was as if the stars themselves had descended to join in the gentle earthly dance, filling the garden with a twinkle that echoed the night sky. Beyond the cottage, nestled among the hills, lay a small orchard, its trees heavy with ripe apricots and plums. Their fragrance, sweet and heady, rode the breeze, enticing the senses and calming the spirit.
Under the dappled canopy, Small creatures rustled in the undergrowth, their nighttime stirrings a gentle chorus that matched the harmony of the waves. The evening star appeared in the deepening sky, reflecting momentarily on the surface of a sheltered pond at the heart of the orchard. In its mirror-like depths, lily pads calmly bobbed, cradling blossoms of white and pink that opened to the moon, filling the night air with their delicate perfume. As moonlight cascaded across the landscape, the world was wrapped in a serene silver glow. It felt as though the yin and yang of the universe balanced finely upon the perfect stillness of this cove, where all things simply existed in harmony, filling the senses with peace and the heart with contentment. With the nightingale's song gently ushering the last of the day into quiet repose, the stars twinkled softly, and the waves continued their eternal lullaby until the first hint of tomorrow began to gently nudge its way onto the horizon, promising yet another day in the eternal tranquility of Amethyst Cove. In the heart of the quiet night, the Amethyst Cove basked in a dreamy stillness, every whisper of wind and rustle of leaves playing into the symphony of a world that seemed to breathe as one. Each ripple on the water, each gentle sigh of the forest reverberated with a magical tranquility that cradled the cove beneath a blanket of stars. Nearby, the orchard held its nightly vigil, the branches of its trees whispering softly to one another, while the full moon cast gentle shadows that swayed upon the meadow grass. Even in the darkness, the trees were alive with colors, their leaves rustling like pages of a well-loved book, telling stories shared only with the night and those willing to listen. In this hidden nook of paradise, a narrow brook wound its way through the orchard, glistening in moonlight like a silken ribbon. As it danced over pebbles and sang to the night, it seemed to share secrets of the sea with the land. The brook's occasional chuckle was met with the hushed laughter of crickets hidden away among the reeds, their song a gentle accompaniment to the melody of water. Harmonizing with nature's song, inside the quaint cottage, an old grandfather clock ticked away softly in the corner, its gentle rhythm marking time in a place where time mattered little. Every talk was like a heartbeat of the universe, steady, reassuring, and age-old. The fire in the hearth crackled now and then, sending sparks spiraling like tiny stars to join the celestial tapestry outside. The kitchen, a cozy nook smelling of cinnamon and freshly baked bread, was the heart of the cottage. Here, a kettle gently hummed upon the stove,
whispering promises of hot cocoa to be shared under the canopy of stars. Golden light from the flame flickered against the warmed stone walls, casting playful shadows that danced in time with the licking flames. Outside, the fireflies still held their magical court, flickering to the rhythm of the night symphony. Their lights threaded through the air like living constellations bound by gravity to earth, mirroring the stars that stitched their glitter into the velvet sky above. The moonlight, lying gently across the world, was so pure and luminous, it seemed almost to draw a silvery veil over every surface it touched. A little further down the lane, past a pair of old wooden gates draped in ivy, lay a secluded garden known for its night-blooming jasmine. The faint fragrance of the flowers sweetened the night air, intoxicating and gentle, carried far and wide by the sea breeze. Bats flitted silently overhead, their brushstroke shadows casting brief marks upon the ground before dissolving into the darkness once more. In the garden, an ancient swing swayed as though pushed by phantom hands, trailing its feet through the dew-kissed grass. It creaked contentedly with the familiar strains of time's embrace, speaking of laughter from summers long turned to memory, of whispers shared between kindred spirits during nights just like this. The gardens of Amethyst Cove, both inside and outside the human dwellings, held on to their secrets with the tenderness of a promise. Wispy clouds sauntered lazily across the night sky, occasionally brushing against the stars before disappearing into the deep indigo beyond. In the distance, the timeless song of an old folk melody carried upon the ocean breeze, the softly plucked notes of a lullaby, a memory woven into the very air, played to the stars and the sea by the hands of a loving heart. It wrapped its gentle cords around the village, cradling it in a soothing embrace. As the night deepened, the sounds of Amethyst Cove softened, the waves hushing to mere whispers, and the wind cradling its breath to allow the night its peace.
In this symphony of tranquility, it was as if the world awaited dawn, nestled in the lull of dreams built by the sea's embrace and the land's enduring love. Then, slowly, silently,
the horizon began to lighten, painted in the faintest hues of dawn, a palette of promise. The stars began their retreat, one by one fading in the growing light, while the gentle fragrance of night flowers made way for the crisp aroma of morning dew. And just as tomorrow touched its fingers on the edge of today, the first chorus of birds began to stir, softly testing their voices in the prelude to day. The world exhaled, awakened gently by the whispered promise of another serene day waiting to unfold in the eternal, unchanging beauty of Amethyst Cove.
Release any tension you're holding and let the next story find you right where you are.
As the day began to give way to the embrace of evening, the Saffron Hills unveiled their tranquil beauty, unraveling slowly beneath a sky painted with the muted hues of twilight. The hills, named for the golden swathes of wild saffron that adorned their every slope, seemed to glow softly, bathed in the gentle light of the setting sun. The paths winding through them were meandering and leisurely, as if inviting travelers to take their time, to soak in the serene ambiance that wrapped the landscape in a warm embrace. A gentle breeze wandered through the hills, ruffling the golden petals and sending a subtle scent of saffron wafting through the air. It mingled with the earthy undertones of the soil, a perfect harmony that played softly upon the senses. The sky above, gradually deepening to a velvety indigo, was freckled with the first stars of the night, twinkling faintly against the fading light, as if eager to join in the evening's peaceful unfolding. Among these hills, a narrow path led into a small, secluded dell where the world seemed to breathe more softly. Here, a stream carved a gentle groove between the mounds of earth, its waters moving without haste, whispering over the smooth stones that traced its journey. The sound of the water, a soft, continuous murmur, embraced the mellowness of the space, linking all the elements together in an unwritten sonnet of nature's peaceful grace. Along the banks of this tranquil stream grew clusters of wild lavender and chamomile, their floral scents blending with the saffron to create an aromatic tapestry that was both soothing and invigorating. The colors here were rich yet understated, as if nature had selected each hue with care, weaving a palette designed to bring peace to the heart and mind. The dell was dotted with the occasional tree, their branches reaching skyward in elegant gradual climbs. Among them, the silver birch stood out, their pale bark gleaming softly in the twilight. Leaves rustled gently, murmuring secrets only the wind might understand, turning every whispered note into a lullaby. At the dell's edge, an old stone bridge arched gracefully over the stream. Its stones, worn by time and weather, retained the heat of the day, warming to the touch as they cooled under the evening sky. The bridge was a testament to quiet endurance, a passage of time held in each smooth curve and weathered crevice. Sitting by the stream, you might find yourself lost in reverie, lulled by the rhythm of this peaceful world. There's no need to rush, no urgency demanding your attention here. The hills, the stream, the bridge, each plays its part in a tranquil symphony that nudges you gently towards rest and reflection. As evening deepened, the sky spilled its stars with generous abandon. They flickered above as if part of a celestial tapestry, each tiny glow a stitch binding the layers of heaven together. The moon, a pale crescent, hung low in the sky, its reflected light dancing on the rippling stream, adding another layer to the enchantment of this serene place. Elsewhere, fireflies began their evening ballet, tiny luminescent beacons dotting the shadows with ephemeral points of light. They flitted through the air, following unseen paths, their soft glow a contrast to the more steadfast light of the stars. Their presence felt like a gentle whisper from nature, a reminder of life's quieter miracles. Time in the Saffron Hills seemed to stretch and blur, each moment melting seamlessly into the next. You could linger here, amidst the scent of wild herbs and the serenade of the stream, feeling the tranquility seep into every part of you like a balm to the soul. The world outside could wait. In this place, the soul finds space to breathe and wonder, to absorb the beauty of simplicity, the gentle cadence of a world crafted perfectly in its imperfection, the rustle of the breeze through saffron and lavender, the murmur of the stream, the twinkling of distant stars, all conspired to create a melody so tender it cradled the spirit to sleep. As you recline by the stream, the stones beneath cushioned by thick, soft moss, the night unfolds its stories around you, tales of ancient times and gentle folk, of peace woven through the fabric
fabric of nature by unseen hands. You let go. Trust in the soothing embrace of this timeless place. Not far from the stream, a small cottage lay nestled against the hillside, its thatched roof blending into the landscape as if it had always been there. Smoke rose gently from the chimney, curling into the night air, mingling with the scent of damp earth and flowers. Inside, the cottage glowed with the warmth of a crackling fire.
The walls exuded a homely charm, lined with shelves filled with well-loved books and little artifacts, each telling a story of its own. Gentle light from lamps placed strategically softened the room, their glow dancing on wooden beams worn smooth by time and care. The cottage kitchen was a cozy enclave, filled with comforting aromas of dried herbs hanging in bundles from the ceiling beams, while a loaf of freshly baked bread rested on the counter, its promise of warmth and sustenance lingering in the air. The rhythm of this world encouraged you to slow down, to savor the gift of now. A cup of chamomile tea steamed gently on the table, welcoming you to sit for a moment longer, to sip contemplation in quiet solitude. You might feel the urge to leaf through a book, to lose yourself in stories that mirrored the timeless elegance of the world beyond the cottage's walls. As the night wore on, a symphony of crickets serenaded the hills, their song harmonizing with the rustle of the breeze and the occasional hoot of an owl echoing across the tranquil expanse. The soundscape was an intricate meditation on serenity, an encouragement to listen, to breathe, to be. Beyond the cottage, the landscape stretched endlessly, hills rolling away into velvet shadows that cradled the gentle curve of the land. The way home, you knew, was marked by paths dusted in moonlight, where each step forward was a gentle drift further into dream. And so you drift, following the path where it leads, into the depths of restful slumber, lulled by the seamless melody of the saffron-scented night. Here, all is calm, all is silvered by a gentle twilight, a perfect end to a peaceful day beneath the starlit canopy. In the heart of the Saffron Hills, the night unfolded its embrace like a soft velvet curtain drawn across the sky. The gentle hush of the evening wrapped the landscape, where even the whispering breeze took on a softer tone, like hushed secrets exchanged among friends. Farther away from the cottage, down the moonlit path that twisted through the hills and meandered beneath the branches of the whispering birch, the world seemed to exhale a deep, contented sigh. Here, in a meadow where the wild grasses swayed like dancers in a slow and rhythmic waltz, the world was a canvas painted with the subtle hues of night. The earth beneath was cool and firm, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the day. Your footsteps left faint impressions upon the soft ground, visible only to those who knew where to look, whispering stories of journeys past and present. At the far corner of the meadow, a pond lay cradled, its surface as smooth and reflective as a polished mirror. The moonlight cascaded over the water like a silver cloak, revealing glimpses of the stars above, twinkling as if sharing ancient tales with their watery reflections. Around the pond's edge, reeds and water lilies danced gently in the breeze, their rustle a soft conversation between kindred spirits. Pausing by the pond, you might catch sight of a pair of swans gliding serenely across the glowing expanse, necks curved in a graceful arc as they moved in perfect unison. Each ripple they left behind shimmered in the moon's light, creating an almost musical accompaniment to the scene unfolding before you. Nearby, a small wooden bench, fashioned from rough-hewn logs, invited weary travelers to sit a while and let the cool air weave its soothing spell. Settling here, you could close your eyes and for a moment become one with the gentle symphony of the night. The air was rich with the fragrance of damp earth, mingling with distant hints of pine, grounding you firmly in the present, yet allowing your mind to wander dreamily. Above, the shifting patterns of the clouds played hide and seek with the stars, the heavens a living tapestry of light and shadow. The constellations unfolded their distant mysteries, old stories of gods and heroes playing out amidst the celestial expanse. It seemed that each star was in its precise place, charting its course with a calm certainty that was profoundly reassuring. In this quiet nook, the worries of the day dissolved like mist in the morning sun. Here, time had a different Inside, the air was softly scented with traces of lavender from a bowl that rested by the fireplace, placed there to bring calm to the mind and peace to the heart. As the firelight flickered and danced upon the walls, shadows created stories of their own, artfully weaving knots of light and dark, crafting a sense of home that was both ancient and eternal. You tucked yourself into a welcoming armchair, its cushions plump and inviting, and perhaps reached for the soft quilt folded neatly beside. A perfect cocoon of warmth that promised solace in its every thread. Here, wrapped in simple comforts, the world outside seemed even softer, and the gentle sounds of night became a lullaby to carry you gently into dreams. On the edge of sleep, you imagined the gentle procession of the night's wonders passing quietly through the hills. In your drowsy mind's eye, the hills, the streams, the dance of the stars, and the quiet solitude of this world folded lovingly around you, whispering a final tender good night. And so, in this place where time stood still and dreams began, you allowed the night to cradle you with its whispering caresses, trusting in the quiet guardianship of the hills to see you through until the dawn, resting here amidst the saffron-scented embrace of this timeless landscape. Sleep came tenderly, gently guiding you to a place of peace where the soul could wander free and unbound.
And so ends our journey for tonight. We hope it carried you somewhere peaceful. Sleep well.